the Desert Tiger Podcast.
All right. Well, the last time we talked, it was about a little bit of unsolicited contact, and we hinted towards the EP that is now here. So I want to dive a little bit into the pieces that led to this moment, a couple of the pieces that make up this collection here. And one song that I definitely really am vibing with was the one that you dropped at the beginning of June. I Don't Trust Anyone Anymore. And that was also produced by one Hill Corcatus, who did do Unsolicited Contact. So take us a little bit behind I Don't Trust Anyone Anymore, because it's definitely got like that nice little, like a punk rocky, like chuggy vibe to it. I love it.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I love that song. I wasn't sure how it was going to land with people. It was, yeah, Hill and I did that one together. I wrote that with my friend Bridges. He's another Toronto artist. And yeah, him and I like to really delve into our like sad emotions. And we wrote this like really angsty song about just going through a breakup and essentially someone telling you like, well, telling me, because this is what happened to me after like over a 2.5 year relationship, that like they weren't sure if they ever truly loved me. And it felt like the rug had been pulled out from under me, because I was questioning everything. I was questioning like anything they'd ever said, anything I'd ever thought or felt. And yeah, it just made me question my judgment. So that song was kind of me going through how that felt and the emotions surrounding that, and just like this sense of distrust that I felt in just like the universe as a whole. Like I was like, what is real anymore if that was a lie? So that's what that song's about. And I thought that it really needed like this angsty, angry element. And when Hill and I were working on it, we were listening to a lot of Ashley Simpson and a lot of like Pink and Avril. Like I was like, yeah, I loved that time in music. I loved that like girl punk rock kind of vibe, and I wanted to kind of make a version of that for myself. So that's what that song.
Well, and like you say, that sort of angsty energy, I can see how that would definitely fit when probably somebody had told you those words numerous times, and then they just go and say, okay, so every time that I've ever said that.
Yeah. So that's where the line, like, there's a line in the first verse, like right before the chorus, that's like, you told me that you loved me. Did you feel so high above me when you took your words back from me? Said you didn't from the start. And it's like, that basically summarizes the whole song.
Of course, that's what leads us right into that pre-chorus where it really gets everything rocking too. So it's very, very good lead-in as well.
Thank you.
Awesome. And of course, another thing that we had discussed before was some of those fun, entertaining music videos that you have building into this world as well, building that visual world. And this song also incredibly fun with its video, and also like once again lots of choreography and other things, but you also had a partner for this video as well, having to do some of these things. So what was it like to sort of mix it up, and who joined you for this?
So this video wasn't like all the other videos I kind of had planned, and this one I wasn't going to put a video for, like I wasn't going to do one. And then at the last minute I was like, you know what, this song needs a visual. It's so cool. It's one of my favorite songs. So I started dreaming up an idea with my director, Kate, and we were like, let's just keep it small. Let's just keep it simple. And quickly it did not stay that way. We were like, let's do all these transitions and let's have like the room slowly change. So we just kind of wanted it to feel like you had this distrust in even like the setting of the video, like slowly things start to melt away and you're not sure when things are happening. I actually shot that during the most extreme lockdown we had in Ontario. So it's pretty hard to source like props, clothes, all that stuff, and also someone else to be in the video with me. So I asked one of my best friends actually to do this video with me, and he said yes. And we did all our rehearsals over Zoom with my sister, the choreographer, and we learned everything. And then we got tested like the day before and took like a bunch of photos together to put in this photo book that goes in the video, and he was just amazing. Like he went above and beyond. I can't even believe. And then we didn't tell any of our friends, so we surprised everyone that he was in it when it came out. So that was really fun.
Wow. So does he have like any like much for dancing experience or anything, or he was just down to help out a friend?
Just down to help out a friend. All my friends are amazing and they go above and beyond. Obviously, it looks like he's like a trained actor dancer in this, so I think he's got a future. But yeah, it was just neither of us are dancers or actors, and we just had a lot of fun with it. So thank you so much, Taylor.
Yeah, shout out to Taylor for all that work. And you mentioned you surprised some of your other friends with this. So what were their reactions to seeing him being inside of this?
Well, they had no idea at all. And usually before I put a video out, I'll do like a Zoom call with my friends and show it to all of them. It's really fun, especially with COVID. Like we haven't been able to celebrate my releases. So we've just had a lot of Zoom parties. So yeah, about probably a week before the video came out, I was just like, I want to show everyone the video. Like, let's do a Zoom. And all my big group of friends were on it. And everyone was just shocked. I actually posted it on my TikTok and Instagram. So check that out. The reveal to them, like the reactions made my year, made my life. It was the funniest thing ever. They were just shook. Like, it's a hilarious video. You should check it out.
Oh, the audience, the listener definitely should. It's an incredible video, an amazing song as well. So definitely worth checking out for sure. And I want to dive into another track off of Enough. And of course, that's the title track, which saw you work with a different producer here. So, and it also sort of captures a different energy. So take us a little bit behind Enough and what it was like to work with Robin Delanto.
Yeah, Robin, I think she's the first female producer I worked with, and that's the first song we wrote together was Enough. We wrote that like when I was kind of in a place of like just being happy and broke and in love with my boyfriend. And I know this EP is full of breakup songs, and when we were putting the EP together, she was like, I don't see how this fits, Cass. Like, I don't know how it's going to work. But I was like, you know what? Like, I'm writing all these songs while I'm feeling these things and while I'm happy with someone else, because like a lot of these emotions I didn't work through. Like, I'm working through them now. And I think that, I don't know, for me, those kind of feelings aren't exactly linear. And I hate that they have to be. Like, I hate that a relationship ends and that's it, poof. You're no longer supposed to feel something for that person. I just think that's unrealistic. And it's a weird pressure we put on ourselves. So I just want to let myself feel what I want to feel and also feel happy with someone else. And luckily I've got like a really supportive partner who gets it. And, you know, as a songwriter, I'm constantly delving into old things and bringing up emotions from the past. So I just thought it was important to kind of show the whole range of things that, you know, you can go through the breakup. And also like when you're with someone new, sometimes people pop up out of nowhere, hence unsolicited contact. But yeah, it's just kind of, the EP is kind of me working through a breakup and then kind of, you know, settling into the fact that it's a good thing that it's over. And then it ends with this kind of surprise love song at the end that brings it all around. And I thought that the title Enough was cool in a lot of ways, because if you just knew about the breakup songs, it could feel like it sounds like a breakup song. But for me, it has to do with so much more. It's like I'm enough just as an artist. Like I've had this whole struggle as an independent artist and feeling good enough, feeling like I'm doing enough, feeling like my music's enough. And I just thought that perfectly summarized my feeling. And then also just the feeling of having someone else in my life who makes living life enough. So yeah, it's a lot of things.
So a couple of meanings there for sure. And it's having some breakup songs is important, but sometimes that closing of a chapter can lead to an opening of a new one. So I'm glad to hear that the new chapter is much more supportive and going much better for you.
Good.
And of course, as artists, we can be our own harshest critics, right? So it's just exactly that is we maybe hear no and we can beat ourselves up over that no like for hours upon hours upon hours. And sometimes no doesn't mean straight up no. Sometimes it means not right now. Sometimes it means there's another door, but we can get so far inside of our own head sometimes that maybe that gets a little bit tough to see, right?
Yeah, it's funny because like even with just online getting like so much positive feedback, it's crazy how you'll get a million comments saying really nice things and then there's one bad one maybe or not so nice. And it's so hard not to fixate on it, which I've really been working on. And I think that, yeah, it's such a crazy industry where you are told no so many times and you just have to persevere through it. And I'm really glad I did because now here we are and I've got this project out and I'm just really proud of myself.
Okay, so we mentioned that it was quite a bit of a rush earlier, quite the push to get everything out. There was a few things that maybe was a little bit of a setback, which is perfectly okay. Things happen. But I'd like to know now is now that enough is finally out, the full collection, what is that like? What is the feeling like for you to finally have it out into the world?
Well, it's just kind of that. It's like finally, like finally it's out. Finally people know what I've been doing all this time and what I've been working on and spending all my time and money and energy on. And yeah, it just feels good. It feels good that people are liking it beyond like just my family and friends. That's pretty cool. And yeah, it's just I'm pretty proud of myself for like sticking it out even when I wanted to quit a million times. Because there's a lot of those moments and a lot of ups and downs. But I'm really happy with what I came out with and I think people are liking it. So hopefully it resonates and that's all you can ask for.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's quite a few songs based on what you said. Quite a few comments saying that there's a lot of support, a lot of people connecting with these tracks, with these vibes, which is very awesome. And soon, hopefully, you might be able to take these vibes into a live crowd. So are you excited to potentially have that?
Yes, I can't wait to play these songs on stage. I'm itching to be honest. Like from the moment I got some of these demos back, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so fun to play. So I just can't wait to jump around a stage and like scream these lyrics.
Have you played live a whole bunch before or?
Yeah, and what's funny though is like I've done a couple things in the more pop genre, but most of my live experience, because I used to be a folk artist and I used to be a folk pop artist. And so a lot of my live experience is me and my acoustic guitar. So it's really fun to like dream up and, kind of get excited about playing these songs live where it'd be like just this fun pop guitar, like just jumping around the stage vibe. Like I'm really excited for that. So
Okay, so it'll be a completely different experience for those who have maybe seen you live before then. Ooh.
yeah, it will be very different.
Well, I'm sure that they can't wait, and hopefully I can catch one of those shows myself at some point.
I'll let you know.
Well, definitely, people should stay posted to the social media too, just in case those dates do get released. So, go ahead and follow Cassie Dasilva. Make it happen.
Follow, follow, follow.
Follow, follow, follow. All right. So we talked about how the EP's out, the potential of live music possibly returning. Is there any other plans for the near future here?
Honestly, I'm just excited to enjoy this release. I'm writing more songs, obviously, and there'll be more to come. I'm very excited about what's to come. But for now, I'm just excited to let this sit for a minute and, get cracking on the next stuff. But just wait for that.